And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is Friday, November 4th. I am Josh Engleman, and I'm here to break down a 12-game NBA slate. Lots to do today. Not a lot of time to do it. So be sure to hit that like button the moment you get in here. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Good morning. Good morning to everybody in chat right now. It's good to see everybody here. Good to get it started. Ready to close out the work week. To Dr. DFS, is it true you forgot to upload your teams? Evidently, yes. I thought I had my lineups in, and I opened up the tab on FanDuel, and that was not the case. I had a 149 lineup train with one changed lineup. Not entirely sure how that happened. It was a real lineup. I did lock in Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Wendell Carter Jr., Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green for the first game. So then I late swapped, just hoping anything else could change. But I got clobbered yesterday. Very annoying. Very annoying. Doesn't appear that I would have generated the winning lineup yesterday. So I'm not too mad. But yeah. I pasted Adam a copy of my exposures and then clicked on the FanDuel tab and immediately saw I did not have those lineups in, which was incredibly frustrating. I don't know what happened. I thought I did it earlier and I was just sitting around. I thought they were already in and they weren't. So you live and you learn. Does not happen to me very frequently. This is the first time in probably 2 years that I've whiffed like that. But, what are you going to do? It happens. It'll happen to everybody at some point in time. Anyway, morning to everybody. I'm happy to have everybody here. We got to get started right away because we've got 12 games to do, and that's not going to be quick. There's no way around it. Remember, hard out at 8 o'clock. I got to go. Got the gym. So let's get it started then. I've got my coffee. I hope you guys do as well. Whether you have a coffee, tea, water, beer, it's definitely not a food day for me this morning. I ate my feelings once I didn't have my lineups last night. So I have no appetite whatsoever at this particular moment. Keep it to the liquids. Hit the joint if you got one. Rise and grind, everybody. I actually feel pretty good. Because that game locked at 8 o'clock last night, I actually went to bed at a reasonable hour. I didn't have to stay up till 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock doing any late swaps or anything like that. So I feel pretty good, well rested, which means it's time to get it started. So the coffee is here. Whatever you've got, join me. Cheers. Rise and grind, everybody. Let's make up for yesterday. Oh, man, that's so good. So good. Also so good. Top of the screen, bottom of the screen. You guys see the deal. Bet MGM. It was an incredible deal before. It's like 10 times more incredible now. Follow the link in the description of this video. Do that. Make a deposit at Bet MGM. Make a qualified bet. Put down $10 plus or something on a money line, and you can get a risk-free bet of up to $1,000 from BetMGM just by following those quick instructions. But it's not just that. You can also get 2 free months of Stokastic Plus Platinum for this deal. BetMGM, after you qualify, BetMGM will send you an email with a coupon code in it. You'll get 2 months. 2 months of us. What more could you possibly want? If you thought it was good at $200 in free bets, try a $1,000 free bet and 2 months of Stokastic Plus Platinum. That is where you want to be. Ross, I believe so. I can't remember all of the non-viable states for BetMGM off the top of my head. But this is for whoever it's available for, I believe. There's more terms at the link in the description that I'll ever be able to remember. All right, let's get into it. We don't have a choice. So let's shrink this and shrink this. And we'll go to game number 1. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 6.5-point favorites In Detroit, 222 total. Yes, scrambled eggs and hot sauce day. No ketchup. I agree. What do we have here for Cleveland? Q tag on Garland. Q tag on Mitchell. No Rubio. Q tag on Howell Neto. So all of their point guards are questionable today. Obviously, we're assuming they're just in. They played massive minutes 2 nights ago in that overtime affair. But for this one, I'm kind of just going to stick to what I had before. Other than, I guess, if Neto is back, I think we could see... Well, it's interesting because if they're going to be staggering... I guess Neto was going to be in the rotation. If they're going to stagger Garland and Mitchell, I don't know how much Neto plays. Maybe like 7 minutes or something. He's not going to be out there very long. I don't have any other changes here that I can make. We don't have a big enough sample of minutes yet for Cleveland to get an idea of like what we're going to get when Garland and Mitchell play alongside of each other, because that's like a legitimate thing. And Garland's played 50 minutes so far this season. In that time, he has a 29% usage rate. In that time, Mitchell has a 31% usage rate. I'm going to stick to what I have right now for Cleveland, just because we don't have enough information. No rotational changes. That's the bigger piece. On the Detroit side, Jalen Duren, probable. So he's back. Still no Burks. Still no Bagley. So you take those Nerlens Noel minutes away. Give them straight to Jalen Duren. That part's easy. And then the rest of this should probably just sit here, and we don't have any other changes to make. I mean, Saddiq Bey's averaging 31 minutes a game. Boyan, 31 minutes a game. Cade's playing 34. Jaden Ivey plays 31. Beef Stew plays 29. I mean, I guess they, from time to time, play Jalen Duren or at least they have played at least a couple minutes alongside each other. But no, we know the Detroit rotation. And we're not going to like Detroit against Cleveland. And now we'll prove that. So, on the Cleveland side, all right, so Darius Garland's still just 6,900 on DraftKings. That's appealing to me. 27% boom rate is no joke for Garland. Otherwise, no priorities. I mean, 6K for Evan Mobley on FanDuel is solid, but there are no priorities here. Good matchup, I guess, for Cleveland. On the Detroit side, DraftKings dropped Cade's price to 7,700. That one's easy. Just play Cade. Cade for 7,700 on DK looks really good. I would absolutely be looking that way. Saddiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, both fine. But Cade Cunningham is the star of this one, for sure. Absolutely, positively, for sure. Cade Cunningham. That's game one. We got through that pretty quickly. 6:39. Normally it takes me till 6:55 to get through the first game. Coffee's hitting the spot. I needed it today. Miami, 4-point favorites in Indiana, 226 total. A lot of these totals in like the mid 220s. Toronto, Dallas, that's going to be a hard game to push. Golden State, Pelicans will be a little bit easier. All right, for Miami, we've got no Jimmy Butler, out with left hip tightness. Q tag on Bam Adebayo. Jovic also out, nasal contusion. So we already have Bam out. We just saw this happen No Bam 2 nights ago. Let's take a look at that rotation just to see if anything was weird. Where's Miami hiding? No, seriously, where's Miami hiding? There it is. Okay, so they went Lowry, Martin, Bam, Hero, Strus. We only got 29 and a half minutes out of Caleb Martin. He did not play in the fourth quarter. They closed with Gabe Vincent. Vincent got to 28 minutes. I think that is interesting. Duncan Robinson played 24 minutes. That looks good to me. They played an 8-man rotation. Is that real? That's real. Okay. So at the very least, I got to take a couple more minutes away from people here. We're going to take Gabe Vincent. I'm going to leave Gabe Vincent at 27. I am going to take Duncan Robinson to 23. Dwayne Dedmon played 16. So did he play? No, they split the minutes. Okay, so I can give 30 minutes to Caleb Martin. We'll get Dwayne Dedmon to 14. We saw Tyler Hero play 37, which is more than I was expecting. I don't have too much else I want to check. I don't think they're going to go to an 8-man rotation again today. That just seems implausible. I mean, in theory, Caleb Martin should be able to play a little bit in the fourth quarter, but I don't want to go higher than 30 minutes because it doesn't appear that he plays more than 30 minutes. I honestly don't even know if I want to go to 30. 33 for Lowry, 33 for Hero. I mean, I feel like I'm light, but these guys aren't playing those kind of minutes. Bam might, but I guess 34 to Lowry makes sense. And if that's going to happen, I'm going to go 34 to Hero as well. And I think Haywood Highsmith sees the rotation. Indiana side of this one, I hope is just cut and dry. But we could just not play them. Q-tag on Neesmith, Isaiah Jackson off of the injury report. So this one really will be pretty easy. We got 33 minutes in for Halliburton. I want a bigger screen over here. There we go. We got 33 minutes in for Halliburton. We got Healed in for, I mean, he's playing 32 plus every day. Miles Turner's minutes make no sense to me. I'm going to go to 29 and 19 with him and Jackson. Have they really not played since the 31st? That's wild. Let's see. Jalen Smith, I have in for 30 minutes. I'm just going to take that down a hair to 29. Nembhard is going to need to give up some of this playing time. $17 to Neesmith. That sounds about right. I mean, even, yeah, like the Buddy Hield minutes are really interesting. Chris Duarte playing 38 minutes the last time out was pretty annoying. I got Mathurin in for 30. That needs to come down to 26. I'm going to leave Chris Duarte in for 24. I think that's about right. Possible that James Johnson is now just like a part of this rotation. And the rest of this team is just garbage. Let's look at it here. Miami. For real, SMP. David, what's the average NBA usage rate this year? It's the same as it is every year. It's 20. The average NBA usage rate can only be 20%. All right, so for Miami, they're in a great spot. Bam, Lowry, Hero, Strus, all look really good on DraftKings. Martin, Vincent, Robinson, all viable on DraftKings. On FanDuel, though, Tyler Hero for $7K. definitely the best thing in this game. Max Strus for 4,800 is a close second. Bam, Lowry, Martin, all fine. Gabe Vincent, fine. Duncan Robinson, a little bit less of a sell, but I'm for the 100th straight day, I'm going to have a lot of Miami. They look fantastic. On the Indiana side, I mean, so much of this comes down to what you think about Jalen Smith's minutes. This is a guy who has averaged 25, can play upwards of 30. He's playing alongside Miles Turner. As long as he stays out of foul trouble, I think 29 is realistic. To me, once again, a great play that I'll end up with. I know Adam will as well. I just think he projects like he's playing 30 minutes in a competitive game. So just stay out of foul trouble. I like Jalen Smith. I like Miles Turner. 5,700 on DraftKings is underpriced. 7,200 on FanDuel is not underpriced. I think Halliburton and Hield are both okay on DraftKings as well. But Jalen Smith, again, a little over a fantasy point per minute guy. Assuming he plays close to 30 minutes, that's a really nice rate. I like Indiana. Let's go to game 3. New York Knickerbockers, 3-point dogs in Philly, 222 total. Obviously, I know we're going to be getting a little bit of interesting stuff here with regards to Philadelphia. Let's start on the Knicks side. Everybody's healthy. So I don't really have anything I want to change here. Only thing that I need to look at. Quentin Grimes did see the floor. They stuck with Reddish, so I'm going to give Reddish his minutes back. Otherwise, we know these rotations. It's Mitchell Robinson and it's Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm going to go 25-23. But what we really need to do is Philly. Here we go. Philadelphia 76ers. No James Harden. Going to be out for a couple weeks, which is honestly really annoying. Embiid is questionable. And Joel Embiid has not played the past 2 games. That's not fun. Melton's off the injury report. No Matisse Thybulle. We're gutting this rotation, clearly. And at least to start, it's 37 minutes straight away to Maxey. 34 minutes straight away to Embiid. I think that we're going to get 34 minutes straight away to Tobias Harris. I assume DeAnthony Melton is stepping into the starting lineup, at which point I am going to give DeAnthony Melton 32 minutes. And then I'm going to need to give PJ Tucker, who's been averaging 29. I'm going to go to 28. I think we see a decent chunk of playing time out of George Niang now. Joel Embiid appears to be backed up by Montrezl Harrell. I'll give Daniel House 14 minutes. Give Matisse Thybulle 16 minutes. And I will give Shake Milton 11 minutes. That will be the Philadelphia 76ers. And we can go a couple different directions there, but we don't care about the bench rates all that much. What we do care about, though, is what this team looks like without Harden, but with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. So I'm going to add in last year as well. Actually, I'll do it without it first. We're going to say, although the sample is going to be so bad. Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey both playing in the game. We'll add Tobias Harris as well. What does it look like? James Harden off. Do we even have much of a sample there? So far this season, They've played 57 minutes with Harden off the floor. Maxey, 35% usage rate in that time. Embiid, 34% usage rate in that time. But I gotta add in last year. We got to get a little bit better of a feel. So as we add in last year, this is going to be games where Embiid, Maxey, and Harris, I'm going to say started. Harden not on the floor. All right. They've played, those three guys have started a lot of games with Harden and Ben Simmons off. Tyrese Maxey's played 1,400 minutes. Just a 20.5% usage rate. That's interesting to me. I would have expected that to be quite a bit higher. Especially now. Maybe I could do did not play. Is that different? That might be a little bit better. Yeah. Wow. So it's really not the bump in usage that I was expecting for Maxey, but at the same time, Tyrese Maxey this year has had a pretty sizable bump in usage. So I don't know how crazy I want to go. Now, if Embiid is out, Maxey's going crazy. I'm definitely I'm not going any lower than his usage rate has been this season. But at the same time, I'm a little I think that Tobias Harris is going to work his way back into a little bit more shots. I think he's going to have to. But so far this year, I mean, Tyrese Maxey's got a 25.9% usage rate. I can't go lower than that. So I'm giving him 26. There's no way for me to go any lower than that. Joel Embiid was at 38 in these scenarios, which I also don't think that I can do. I just don't think he's capable of handling those possessions right now. He's at 34.5 so far this season. I'm going to go to 35. And then in the sample that we had before of the 35 games where Harden doesn't play, but Embiid, Maxey, and Harris all start, Tobias Harris has a 22% usage rate at that time. Now, he has been like a 17% guy so far this season. And don't forget, like, DeAnthony Melton's still here. Usage rate on Tobias Harris, 17 so far. I'm going to say Tobias Harris is just like, back up to neutral-ish. And I'm going to keep DeAnthony Melton as like as himself, basically. The real tricky part will be assist rates and rebounding rates and turnover rates and stuff. For Maxey, no major change to the assist rate. I'm not surprised by that. I actually don't think I need to change any sort of assist rates. I think they're going to actually move the ball a lot more. Rebounding rate, I don't think I need to change either. Tobias Harris probably gets less rebounds in this scenario, but let's just look at it the way that we have it in here right now for Maxey, for Harris, and for Embiid. That's game number 3. The only problem here is that they face the Knicks. So for the Knicks, not much to like here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, like Randall's all right at 7,500 or 7,400. Nope, there's no priorities for the Knicks. There's just not. I guess RJ Barrett, 5,800 on FanDuel. He's been unappealing. This is what we need to look at. Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey is 6,500 on DraftKings. Unquestioned cash play, jam him in. FanDuel got out in front of it. He's 8,200. To me, that's appropriately priced Tyrese Maxey. He's not all that interesting on FanDuel. He's so much more interesting on DraftKings. Think about it like this. The target score for Tyrese Maxey today on DK is 42.5. The target score on FanDuel is 51. You need 9+ more fantasy points to feel good about Maxey on FanDuel. Now, that said, DeAnthony Melton is 4,400 on DraftKings. Might actually be a better play than Tyrese Maxey, assuming he starts just because of his price. You're getting to everything for Philly on DK. Maxey, Embiid, Harris, Melton. Love them all. They priced up Tobias Harris on FanDuel as well to 7,400. That's a guy that I feel like I could stay away from. I still think Embiid looks really good at 10K on FanDuel. I mean, he's been a 1.3 fantasy point per minute guy so far this season. That's certainly not good for Embiid, but at the same time, I think things are about to open up for him a little bit more. Happy to get to Embiid on FanDuel or DraftKings, but Maxey and Melton are the unequivocal stars of this one on the DraftKings side. I'll show you for reference sake. First 3 games into the table. I missed the last one there, didn't I? No, I didn't. Cool. Yeah, DeAnthony Melton already projecting massively. Maxey, massive. Embiid, massive. Don't sleep on Cade Cunningham, though. He is a part of that group, but Melton and Maxey are on a different tier. On the FanDuel side, I like Embiid quite a bit, and then you get to Tyler Hero and Max Strus. So Miami looking a lot better on the FanDuel side. Jam in those Sixers on the DK side. Yeah, I mean, for cash, you're absolutely, assuming Melton starts, you're playing Maxey and Melton in cash without question. Harris would certainly be likely, as would Embiid. You could pretty easily play all 4 guys, too, just because of the pricing. Alrighty, 3 games down. We're not making the best progress in the world, but that's how I roll here. We'll pick up the pace when we need to. 182 viewers, 82 likes. We've got 2 minutes to go until the top of the hour. Can you guys get us up over 100 before 7 a.m.? That's what we're looking for right now. Now let's go to Brooklyn and Washington. Well, at least this one will be easy to talk about. For the Brooklyn Nets, they will be without Kyrie Irving for at least the next 5 games, who, while he did apologize on Instagram last night, that seems like the best place to do it. He will not be playing today, that's for sure. He's going to be out. So we've got no Kyrie. Obviously, we still have no Ben Simmons. Seth Curry, Q-tag. Patty Mills season? Is that what's happening here? There we go. Let's take a look at Brooklyn. So, alrighty. I mean, this is... I'm going to go 37 minutes to Durant. Feels like Patty Mills is going to be the starting point guard of this team, right? I mean, I realize he has not been playing a ton, but it just naturally fits now. So I'm going to go 24 to Mills. Seth Curry played 17 minutes and that's it. I don't think that I can go any higher than 20 minutes to Seth Curry. Let's go ahead and get Nick Claxton's minutes in. With no Ben Simmons, I think Clax is good for 30. Seems like Watanabe can play backup run there. And nope, I don't need to give Watanabe 29 minutes. That's insane. Maybe 24 to Watanabe. We're going to get, I don't know, 24 minutes out of Joe Harris. We're going to get, I don't know, 22 out of Edmund Sumner. Who else do we have left? So David Duke cut the line, got back into the rotation here. So we're missing. I got to get Royce O'Neal his 36 minutes. I think I could just give David Duke most of this run, and that'll be it. Four and 18. All right, so we have 23 minutes left over. I'm certainly giving some of that to David Duke. They don't just move him into the lineup willy-nilly, randomly on that one day. At least I don't think they do. So as I look at that rotation, let's see. I mean, they might actually go more Sumner than Mills, but I think they both kind of have to play like close to 48 minutes combined. I'm going to give Sumner 24 as well. And then I'm going to just split these final minutes, 11 to David Duke. And man, they could give them to anybody. We'll go 14 to David Duke, 7 to spillover minutes to Markieff Morris. Obviously, rates are about to change for Kevin Durant, and this is probably where it gets kind of crazy. And just to check, 702, 99 likes. For you guys to fall asleep at the wheel there is kind of annoying. You guys know what to do. Come on, you can't leave me at 99. All right, so we're going to say in games that Kevin Durant started, where James Harden, Ben Simmons, and what the hell's his name? Kyrie Irving, legitimately couldn't remember there, did not play. How many games is that? Just out of curiosity. So Durant has played 8 games where Harden, Simmons, and Irving did not play. In those games, Durant's got a 36% usage rate. After that, no one really soaked up any usage. So let's see if I just change that from started to those guys off. How many more minutes does that create? It's got to be staggering. Yeah, 691 minutes with Harden, Simmons, Kyrie off. Durant with a 36% usage rate. So I'm going to bump him up. But I legitimately don't think I'm going to touch another rate on this team. Potentially assist rates. Durant goes to close to a 10% assist rate. I'm going to bump him up there as well. I don't think I need to change anybody else. Does Nick Claxton do anything different? No. Does Durant rebound more? Yes. I mean, it's Durant season for Brooklyn, especially against Washington. Go to the Wizards. Revenge narrative alert somehow for Durant, I guess. On the Wizards side of this one, we have Corey Kispert off the injury report. I'm going to assume that Corey Kispert directly moves into some sort of part of this team. Probably at the expense of Anthony Gill. Maybe not. Anthony Gill's played every single game this year. Okay. Well, we're definitely taking away Johnny Davis's minutes because he's terrible. Finger in for 30. Beal in for 36. Probably be 35. Anthony Gill in for 16. I'm going to make that 14. I got 23 for Denny, which I don't think is crazy, but I got 25 for Will Barton. Take one away there. Take a couple more here away from Denny. That allows me to get Kispert to 14. I mean, Anthony Gill's going to leave this rotation, right? For Kispert? That's going to happen, I think. Go 10 and 18. Denny's still going to be out there. Rui's still out there for 24. Kuz in for 33. Probably should be 32. We'll take Porzingis up to 31. I think that's easy enough for the Wizards. So let's look at Brooklyn. And yeah, 10-3 on DK, 10-4 on FanDuel. We already know that we have value. Go ahead and get yourself to Kevin Durant. I got him at 1.54 fantasy points per minute here. Does this work? I hope it does. Cool. Yeah, you got to get to Durant. Both sites going to look like one of the best pay-up options today. I will be jamming Durant in. I think Claxton for 5,900 is kind of appealing on FanDuel. Nothing too crazy, just ultra efficient. And then, you know, a little bit of Royce O'Neal is not the worst idea in the world, but I don't think he'll be all that necessary by the time we get to the end of the year, or by the time we get to the end of the slate. For the Washington side of this one, Porzingis and Monty Morris are both okay on DK. There are no priorities from Washington. They are going to be relatively down the line of interesting plays. Chicago Bulls, game number 5 in Boston. They are 7-point dogs, 223 total. On the Bulls side, we have no Lonzo. We still have no Drummond. Kobe White is doubtful. It's actually pretty easy to handle. So this is just going to be the same rotation we just saw, which oddly enough led me to a bunch of Levine, but I don't have any other changes that I want to make here. I've got Patrick Williams in for 30 minutes. You know, you can make a case that it should be 31, but I don't want to go any higher than that. I've got Dosunmu in for 32. I feel pretty comfortable there. Dragic in for 18. Might be a little high, but fine. Caruso just sort of plays 24 minutes a game. I got Levine in for 35. I am going to make that 34. Don't know who to give that extra minute to, though. Dalen Terry it is. DeRozan in for 35. I'm actually going to make that 34. But Chicago's done. That's the same rotation they just ran. Maybe I give 20 minutes to Javonte Green instead. Yeah, let's do that. And then on the Boston side, we know what this is. This is their standard issue rotation. I don't think that we're going to be making any real changes here. Noah Vonleh no longer in the rotation in this past game. That's no surprise. They went to more of Grant Williams. I don't think that's going to be the craziest thing in the world moving forward. I do need to give Grant Williams another minute. Horford in for 30. Marcus Smart in for 34. Jason Tatum in for 36. Jaylen Brown in for 36. Derek White in for 26. Brogdon in for 24. Yeah, like this is a pretty easy game. I can't believe Levine played that back-to-back either. That was not what I was expecting. I played a bunch of them too. All right, we're going to hop over easy one here. Chicago Bulls, nothing looking good. You know, Levine for 7,300 or 7,100 is certainly a reasonable price tag, but there are no priorities for Chicago today. And for Boston, there are more. It's sort of everybody. Brown, Tatum, Smart, Horford, all very viable. Although 10-3 on FanDuel for Tatum, going to have a hard time paying that salary with Durant on the slate. Derek White, also fine. Malcolm Brogdon, 4,400 on DraftKings. That is a viable value option. So I think you can get to anybody from Boston. Maybe not aggressively, but you're probably getting one Celtic in every lineup because the Bulls defense is really not good. I'm going to be done my coffee soon. It's going to be so sad. Charlotte Hornets are 11-point underdogs in Memphis. That is a 231 total. Still no LaMelo. Terry Rozier, doubtful. Gordon Hayward now out. Cody Martin, still doubtful. So let's get Gordon Hayward out of there. Let's think about this a bit. You assume Jalen McDaniels is just stepping into this, right? We get, 32 minutes out of PJ Washington. We get 32 minutes out of Jalen McDaniels. JT Thor is going to play like 14 minutes today. Got DSJ in for 33. He has been playing 34 minutes a game since Terry Rozier has been out. PJ Washington is averaging 31 and a half, so that works for me. Oubre, since the Rozier injury, 31 minutes. Perfect. Book Night probably playing a little bit more here. Take him up to 22. Maladon backup run. Mason Plumlee has been playing 25 minutes a game. Nick Richards plays a little bit less than that. I don't really think they open up anything else, which still has me with 15 minutes to hand out. Who am I missing here? Or do I just need to give another minute to Mason Plumlee? Yeah, we're going to go 25 to Plumlee. Maladon in this time has been playing 16. I'm not changing that. Maybe it's 33 for McDaniels. I guess Kai Jones got some run last time out. Maybe we give him 8 minutes. Certainly move people around here. We'll go another 2 to JT Thor. And I'll do a little bit of spillover time to Mark Williams. Too many big guys here, but we need to fill the spots. Oddly enough, like Gordon Hayward, I don't know where this usage is going to go. I mean, probably to more of DSJ. But if we take Rozier off, Gordon Hayward off, Cody Martin off, just for this year, Jalen McDaniels has played 111 minutes. PJ Washington has a 22% usage rate in that time. That's interesting to see. Yeah, Rob, he's just placeholding 4 minutes. I don't like it. I don't really care where they go. He's just the next name that I saw that I can give them to. I don't expect him to play, even if he was with the team. DSJ, 68 minutes with those guys off. 18% usage. Who's got the usage? Kelly Oubre. Okay. I mean, I might just do one of these. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we're fixing to really like this Charlotte team. I'll go say hi to him in Greensboro. Go to the Grizz. Are they just normal today? They are. They are. So whatever we got for Memphis last time out with everybody back, that is what we're getting here today. I got Ja in for 33 minutes. I got Desmond Bane in for 33 minutes. Should probably be 34. 29 for Dylan Brooks. Yes. 28 for Steven Adams. Yes. 26 for Steven Adams. 28 for Aldama. 20 for Brandon Clark. Yep, we're good. Memphis is set. We already know how this team goes. So, let's look at Charlotte. Obviously, Jalen McDaniels is directly into a cash lineup on DraftKings at 4,500, assuming he's starting. Happy to get to DSJ or PJ Washington or Oubre. These guys don't look as good on FanDuel. Jalen McDaniels is $800 more expensive, and he only has one position. He doesn't have the MPE. But so it looks good. Nothing too crazy, though. Jalen McDaniels is a no doubt about it lock cash play on DK. Otherwise, it's just good, not great. Or probably like in between good and great for the rest of the Hornets. Nothing too crazy, though. On the Memphis side, Bane for 7,900 on DraftKings is the best option. But again, a lot of like non-priorities. Morant, Brooks, Aldama, Adams, all okay. But not all that special. As I add in the next 3 games. Yeah, we still have Melton and Maxey miles ahead on DraftKings. Durant and Embiid are there as well. Cade Cunningham, Jalen McDaniels. That right there is like a 6-person core that you could actually probably get to pretty easily. Maybe not easily. 43-6. So that leaves you 6,400 total. So you need 2 $3,200 players. You probably got to cut one of those bigger guys. Maybe there'll be some value. On the FanDuel side, Durant, number 1 with a bullet. Not even close. All right, we're halfway there. We have 45 minutes to go. So right now we're right on time, or at least kind of close to it. Let's go to the Clippers. 3.5-point favorites in San Antonio. That's going to be a 223 total. I hate this Clippers team. No Kawhi, no Robert Covington. Don't be surprised to see Covington get ruled in later, but for now, going straight back to this random-ass team that plays random-ass dudes at random-ass times. Moses Brown played 12 minutes the last time out. Amir Coffey lost his minutes. I don't have a feel for this. So we only need to hit the guys that matter. I got Zubats in for 30 minutes. He has averaged in the games that Kawhi Leonard has not played. Zubats has played 29 minutes. I'm going to put him on 29 minutes. Marcus Morris, in the 3 games he's been back, after missing 2, he's played 33 minutes. I'm at least taking him to 30. Batum doesn't play a ton. Norm Powell at 26 feels about right. Probably more likely 24. Reggie Jackson probably can get those 2 minutes. That's not going to be fun. $28 to Kennard, I don't feel great about. 18 to Terrence Mann, I don't feel great about. I don't feel great about any of this. But I think that's a pretty solid enough rotation for the Clippers. Maybe Moses Brown plays a little bit more. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think we're going to get a lot of the Clippers here. San Antonio is getting back to real health. Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, all available. Or not on the injury report any longer. Collins, Romeo Langford, both Q tags. But we got to gut this entire rotation and start from scratch for San Antonio because they got everybody back. So, Trey Jones is going to play, 29 minutes as the starting point guard. Now Devin Vassell back. He's missed 4 straight. It was with a left knee, which kind of scares me. He had been playing 32 minutes a game. I'm going to give him 31. Keldon Johnson, I'm just straight putting him in, no problems here, 33 minutes. Sohan is all over the map in terms of minutes. I'm going to go 26. And then, obviously, Jakob Poeltl, not all that hard to project. He's just going to go in for 28 minutes. Now, for the rest of these guys, filling out the rotation, not easy. Not easy. So let's go Zach Collins, backup center run, 18 minutes. And then we get McBuckets in for 22. We get Keita Bates-Diop in for, we'll say 14. We're going to get Josh Richardson in for 24. I got 15 minutes left over for someone random. That's going to be, I don't know, Malachi Branham, Romeo Langford, Isaiah Roby, who is questionable, by the way. I'm going to go Malachi Branham. I don't think it matters. 15 to Branham. Could be Langford. Don't think it matters. So far for this San Antonio team this season, just in general, we'll say games in which Jakob Poeltl played, so I could look at everything. Trey Jones, usage rate looks fine. Keldon Johnson, 235 minutes this year, 26.5% usage rate. We will bump that up. Devin Vassell played 130 minutes to start this season, 24% usage rate. We will put that in as well. I think that's probably it in terms of changes to make here. I think that locks in usage. From an assist rate perspective, Trey Jones, I don't have to do anything with. Keldon Johnson did have significantly more assists. I am going to bump that up a bit. Devin Vassell, quite a bit more assists as well. That all makes sense. Handling the ball more. And then Jakob Poeltl, is he doing anything different rebounding-wise? No. Is anybody? Poeltl is a little bit higher. That'll work for San Antonio. I don't get the sense this is going to be a great game to look at, but maybe pricing's weird. Yeah, so for the Clippers, there are no priorities. As always, you can get to Paul George, 9,500 and 8,800 on FanDuel. That works for me. He's just not going to stand out the same way that, like, Durant is standing out today. But Paul George looks good. Just nothing too crazy. San Antonio, yeah, like pricing's fine. Keldon Johnson, 7,400 on DraftKings is the best option, but Vassell's priced appropriately. Poeltl's priced appropriately. Everybody else's prices are up because those guys were missing. It's not a very interesting Clippers-Spurs game. Let's save this file so I don't lose my mind. Toronto-Dallas, unless people are hurt here, I don't think we're going to like any of it. Fred VanVleet's still questionable. On the Dallas side, everybody that's normally available is available. We are not, I repeat, not going to be interested in this one. Dallas is the slowest team in the league by far. It's hard enough to get to Toronto, generally speaking. Any one guy, at least. So, actually, I need to be starting on Toronto. And I'm going to assume Fred VanVleet is back. Pretty easy to do. We're going to take all the other minutes away from all of the generic bozos. Christian Coloco can go back down to 12 minutes. We're going to put Fred VanVleet straight in away for 36. And then, I don't know, Otto Porter gets 11. I think we're pretty much right here. Scotty Barnes is good. Pascal Siakam good. Chris Boucher good. Coloco good. I think we're good here. Take a break, buddy. You talk too much. And it's not really all that appealing to read. So, adios. All right, Toronto. Because I do got to grab these rates quickly. Because I have them, all those, well, some of these usage rates bumped. But I'm not touching anything with Fred VanVleet. I don't want him to have high rates at all. Trent this season, 22.5. Anunoby this season, we'll bring him down. Siakam is at 30. I will keep that. Scotty Barnes, 21.5. That's fine. Do I have to make any assist rate changes to VanVleet? I don't. Everything else should be fine here. So that's Toronto, but they're not going to look good. On the Dallas side, same rotation as normal, I guess, right? Luka in for 36 minutes. Dorian Finney-Smith in for 33 minutes. Reggie Bullock in for 31. That's fine. Spencer Dinwiddie getting a little bit more playing time right now. I got 25 for Maxey, 27 for Christian Wood. Probably needs to be 26. They've got Dwight Powell now playing some minutes. But I think the rest of this is pretty cut and dry. I'd be shocked, barring a price break, that anything is in the optimal here. Yeah. Very difficult to justify too much from Toronto. Not a single priority from the Raptors because of Dallas's pace. It's just so slow. For Dallas, obviously, if you can get to Luka Doncic, by all means. Again, I don't love this spot for Luka. They just throw long dudes at him over and over again. This game is mostly a stay away. Golden State Warriors on the back-to-back, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. 231 total. That is a big total. I'm assuming we do not see Klay Thompson today on the back-to-back. We just saw a back-to-back recently. We did see Jordan Poole step into more minutes in that case. I am going to take Jordan Poole up to 32 minutes. We did see Kuminga re-enter the rotation when Klay was out. So we are going to go 16 minutes to Kuminga. Clay's minutes, or Curry's minutes stay the same. Wiggins' minutes stay the same. Draymond's minutes stay the same. Wiseman's minutes are dwindling. Ty Jerome looks fine. Anthony Lamb gets 12 minutes. That's who we're going to go with. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I think that's about right. I mean, the only thing that we need to think about are rates. Which it's going to be kind of difficult to look at. If we take Klay Thompson off just for this season, I assume the sample of most of these guys is pretty low. Jordan Poole, 26% usage rate with no Klay on. No surprises there. But I guess Steph goes up a little bit. I'll give Steph a little bit of a bump. Wiggins doesn't move. Nobody else is a usage person. I think I'm good here with other than just that little bump to Steph. Then we go to the Pels side. Forgot about DiVincenzo. Is he back? Did I miss that? I mean, he's injured, so definitely didn't forget about him. Pels. Brandon Ingram back. Herb Jones back. Alrighty. Let's redo this New Orleans rotation now that we get Brandon Ingram back. That's going to make everybody look not all that interesting. CJ McCollum, straight away, in for 34 minutes. We're going to get Herb Jones. What was Herb Jones out with? Knee. I mean, I'm going to go straight to 30 on Herb Jones. I am going to go to 33 on BI. I'm going to go 32 on Zion. Joval at 24. Larry Nance at 24. We'll go 23 there. Alrighty. Other people in this rotation now. I mean, Najee Marshall played so much with all these guys out. Now he's just going to go back to 12 minutes a game. Jackson Hayes basically isn't playing right now, so they're going heavy to the guards. We'll go 14 to Devontae Graham. I'm going to go 18 to Alvarado. Who am I missing? We'll go 15 to Najee Marshall. I still have 17 minutes left over for somebody. Trey Murphy, I guess. Might be a little light on Murphy. Oh, 13, take him up to 19. 16, take him up to 21. There we go. I don't think that I have too much to change here rates-wise. If we just say, who's played every game? Najee Marshall. Perfect. Because I don't really have a great feel about rates here. CJ's got a 27% usage rate so far this season, but a lot of that is without BI. I'm going to take him down to 26. BI before he left, 79 minutes, 29% usage rate. I'll leave him in at his standards. Joval this season, 23. I think that's just going to be Joval. Zion this season, 30. I am going to bring it down a little bit now that everybody's back. Going to be tough for New Orleans, I think, today. All right, so for Golden State, not a single priority. If you want to go to Curry, go for it. Maybe Jordan Poole for 6,500. I don't like anything for the Warriors. On the Pelicans side, I think Zion for 8,600 and 8,300 is in play. I think Brandon Ingram for 8,200 and 7,600 both in play. And then I'm not getting to anything else for the Pelicans. Not a good game. Not a good game at all. Thought that was going to be way better, and it's not. Milwaukee, Minnesota. Where are we at on likes and everything? 263 viewers, 138 likes. That's looking good, guys. Thank you for that. All right, for Milwaukee. No Middleton, no Connaughton, no Ingles, no Mamu. Giannis is in. For Minnesota, Q-tag on Edwards, Q-tag on Gobert. So I think we're just getting a normal run here for both of these teams. So for Milwaukee, 34 minutes for Drew. I got 34 minutes for Giannis. I'm going to make that 33. George Hill needs to come down to 18. Grayson Allen in for 27. I'm going to make that 26. Javon Carter in for 23. I'm actually okay with that one. Bobby Portis in for 25. I'm 26. I'm going to make that 25. Brook Lopez for 30 seems fine. Ibaka for 7 seems fine. Wes Matthews for 20 seems fine-ish. Where are these extra minutes going? Who played? Marshawn Beauchamp. Got it. We will give him 9 minutes as spillover. Milwaukee's easy. Go to Minnesota now. On the Minnesota side, I mean, I guess this is just going to be the same rotation as well, right? Everybody's just here. 31 minutes for Russell. Sure. Edwards, 35 minutes. I could probably make it 36, honestly. Gobert for 32. Towns for 34. Jaden McDaniels, I have in for 31. That's got to go down to 29. Give a little bit more to Naz Reid. We got Kyle Anderson back in. Jordan McLaughlin back in. Jalen Noel in. Minnesota looks good. What do we do with Giannis today? He is 12-6 on DraftKings, 12K on FanDuel. He's more interesting on FanDuel at 12K. I don't know how you pay 12-6 today, given what else is out there from a payout perspective. But Drew Holiday, 8,100 on FanDuel. Sorry, 8,100 on DraftKings, 8,300 on FanDuel. He's been a 1.24 fantasy point per minute guy so far this season. That's where I have him. I would get myself some Drew Holiday, but I don't really like the Milwaukee side. I do like Anthony Edwards for 8K on DraftKings and FanDuel. He's going to rank pretty highly for me. I think Towns for 8,800 on DK is fine with me. Gobert, probably not necessary, but 7,800 is kind of okay. But yeah, as long as these guys are in, sign me up for Edwards. 2 games to go. I really picked up the pace here, but there is a lot less to look at than we thought there would be. Now, Portland in Phoenix. Blazers, 10-point dogs, 220 total. Let's take a look at this one. Does Portland have anybody else new out? So still no Dame, obviously, no Gary Payton. Q tag on Anthony Simons. That would be really, really, really crazy. If Simons ends up being out, like, you're getting all of the Shaedon Sharpe. You're probably getting all of the Keon Johnson. This team gets nuts if Anthony Simons ends up out. For now, I'm leaving him in 36 minutes. Sounds good to me. Josh Hart, I got in for 35 minutes. I'm going to make that 36. Jeremy Grant in for 35 minutes. That looks good to me. Nurk, I got in for 30. I'm going to make that 31. I don't think there's any other real changes here. Justice Winslow is so firm into 24 minutes. It's insane. Shaedon Sharpe, I got in for 29 minutes. I got to make that slightly less. I'm going to go 28. I don't know where the rest of those minutes are going to go, but let's do something like that. Well, Nurk can't lose any minutes to Nance because Nance isn't on this team, but good luck, though. Larry Nance plays for the Pelicans. Yusuf Nurkic is on Portland. I don't think they're allowed to just take people from one team, put them on another, but whatever. Guys, I promise you, I know who's on what team. You don't got to tell me. Who do you think's what? Like, this is my gig. Y'all in here trying to tell me things? I don't need that. Trying to tell me people to play for different teams. What is Arvydas Sabonis going to back up Nurkic now too? You're going to get Clyde Drexler out here? What are we doing? On the Phoenix side, where Charles Barkley and Dan Marley are looking good tonight. Ayton back. Campaign questionable. Torrey Craig probable. So we get rid of the center randomness with Bismack Biyombo and everybody else. So let's go ahead and get DeAndre Ayton back in. I mean, I assume Ayton's just stepping right into 28 minutes or something today. I'll give Landale the other 20. I think that's fine. I think Biyombo's just dunzo again. Chris Paul's minutes at 32 are fine. Devin Booker at 36 is good. Bridges at 35 is good. Cam Johnson, I got in at 28. I think that's good. Lee, Payne, Shamet. Not much else to change here. Phoenix, easy. Easy stuff. Don't have any changes to make either. All right, remember, Portland, Anthony Simons. We don't know his status yet. Questionable. Could have a major, major trickle-down effect here. Yeah, Haywood, I did not enjoy biting my tongue. I bite my tongue a lot, and that one stunk. All right, so for Portland, I think Nurk is the best option on DraftKings at 7,300, but there won't be a shortage of center options. That's for sure. Simons looks fine. Hart looks fine. Hart looks a little bit better on FanDuel at 6,300. Not the same priorities you would expect, but that's what happens when you face Phoenix. They're good. Brian, you don't know anything on the planet better than I do. I'm quite confident in it. I can tell by everything that I read every time you type. I'm confident in me. Phoenix. Grab yourself some D Book at 8,900. You get point guard, shooting guard eligibility on DraftKings. That's a good boom score. Portland's defense is, no matter what it says right now, not good and won't be good. Although it can be a little bit better without Dame out there, oddly enough. Otherwise, like $7,400 Chris Paul on FanDuel, that's fine too. We're down to the final game. Bilal, this isn't even coffee confidence. This is decaf. Decaf. Closing it out. Utah Jazz. Man, this is how bad the Lakers suck. The Utah Jazz are 2-point underdogs in LA. Everybody's healthy for the Jazz except for Simone Fontecchio, who is questionable. On the Lakers end of this one, stop me if you've heard this before. LeBron James probable, AD questionable, still no Dennis Schroeder. Now, Jimmy Butler would beat the living shit out of me. It would be really bad. It would be really bad. All right, let's handle Utah. I assume this is just what we normally see and that I'm not going to make a single change here. I've got Markkanen in for 34. That works for me. I've got Clarkson in for 30. That can be 31. Figure out where to take that minute shortly. The Ghost. I do think Kyrie plays for the Nets again after last night's apology on Instagram. But before that, I did not think that he would be back. I don't think that Kyrie Irving is a Net next year. I would not be surprised if they trade him. All right. Conley, 30 minutes seems fine. Olynyk's minutes are starting to concern me. I'm going to take him to 27 now. Walker Kessler. So, wow, they still... I guess they went to Vanderbilt at the 5. I don't think they're long for that, though. And I think 27 minutes for Vandy is fine. I actually think I've got everything in here. Beasley for 24. Yeah. Sexton in for 22. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Am I missing something? Or should I be expecting Colin Sexton to play more here today? Yeah, I guess he's ramping up now, finally. Played 32, 24, got 31. And they just shrunk the rotation. So, yeah, I guess I got to go to more Sexton now. We'll take Walker Kessler down to 12 minutes. We'll take Kalen Horton-Tucker down to 14. 26 for Sexton? Feels right, because I don't know if he closes. What did they do the last time out? Utah, 11-2. 3-point loss to Dallas. They did close with Sexton, didn't they? They did. So they had Conley, Clarkson, and Sexton out there with Markkanen and Vanderbilt. They went ultra small against Dallas, which I guess is feasible to do when Dallas doesn't have a real big man. I don't think they can do that against the Lakers. Let's think about this here. I don't think that they're always going to close with Sexton. So I think 26 minutes feels about right. And I don't think that they're going to look all that good anyway, but we'll see. Lakers. No changes, I guess. I mean, who the hell knows with this team? Other than, you know, I got AD and LeBron in. They went to OT, right? Yeah. I mean, Lonnie Walker could probably play an extra minute. Kendrick Nunn now out of the rotation entirely. That's a thing that's happening. We're going to get Matt Ryan in for 16 minutes. Wenyen Gabriel in for 16 minutes. Is Juan Toscano Anderson available? He is. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I think this is about right. Other than the fact that, like, that Patrick Beverley has been really bad, I feel pretty comfortable here. So let's close it out. Utah Jazz. Okay, so Colin Sexton's an actual problem on DraftKings. He's 4,400. If he closes, you're probably going to want him. Even if he doesn't, I like that price tag. Marketing at 7,300 is the second best thing here, but Colin Sexton looks good for Utah. Not the same appeal on FanDuel where he's just shooting guard and $600 more expensive. No real priorities on the Utah side. For the Lake Show. Wow. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a tale of two sites. What the fuck are they doing? So, LeBron is 10-7 on DraftKings. AD is 9,100. I actually don't mind LeBron at that price, but AD at 9,100 is a joke. AD this season, no matter what anybody wants to say, he's missed one game, and he's at 1.47 FanDuel points per minute. He's smashing from a fantasy perspective this year. Oh, he's 1.12 ahead of LeBron for this season, and somehow $1,600 cheaper, and has an MPE. AD is one of the best plays on the Lakers today. It is not close. But then you go to FanDuel, AD's 10-6, priced appropriately as far as I'm concerned. Now LeBron James is 9,500 on FanDuel. LeBron looks incredible on the FanDuel side. So if you're playing today, it's a tale of two different sites. DraftKings is all AD, but LeBron looks good. On FanDuel, it's all LeBron, AD looks good. That's nuts. Nuts. Russ looks fine too. 6,300 for Russ off the bench. Still a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy. If you think he's playing 29 minutes, like I like Russ. I like the Lakers a lot today. And when I say the Lakers, I mean like the real Lakers. Fantastic. I mean, not only would one piece of chalk not hurt you, but you should have like 5 of them. All right, let's run some crunches. I'm excited to see this, actually. The amount of value that exists, particularly on the DraftKings side, is kind of nuts. All right, here we go. FanDuel Optimal to start. That feels odd. That should not be Kelly Olynyk. How is Kelly Olynyk making my FanDuel Optimal? I accidentally typed something in correctly. It's just a salary thing, I guess. Oh, I know what's happening. I ran a dummy crunch and only have 3 teams in there. I was going to say, like, that's impossible. There we go. Yeah, I put my placeholder in using just the late games. I was wondering why that looked like it did. All right, optimal. 334.55. This is the optimal by 0.59. DeAnthony Melton, Monty Morris, Tyler Hero, Max Strus, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Jalen Smith, Jalen McDaniels, and Nick Claxton. So the pay up LeBron, no doubt about it, Durant. That all makes sense to me. LeBron's price is too low. Durant is just on a different level. You get the Melton value, you get the Jalen McDaniels value, and then you just fill out around that. Monty Morris, a little surprising, but not really. Because once you put LeBron and KD in, you immediately have to have just lower salary guys. Now, power rankings on FanDuel. We're looking at Max Strus, LeBron, KD, maybe Melton in the discussion for top play. Max Strus popping like crazy, but, you know, no Jimmy Butler and you get to face Indiana. That makes sense. Reggie Jackson popping a lot more than I would like as well, but I mean, the minutes are there. He's just been ass. 33, 30, 27, 37, 30. You know, you assume Reggie Jackson's playing 30 minutes. I think I gave him 29. One of these days, a shot's going to go in. Double-digit shots. He's just shooting like shit. You would think he'd score eventually. All right. Reggie Jackson, LeBron James, Max Strus, Kevin Durant, DeAnthony Melton, top 5. Hero, DSJ, Jalen Smith, Josh Hart, Cade Cunningham. That is your top 10 on FanDuel for today. We now close it out with DraftKings optimals, which will look very different given the pricing. This is going to be KD and AD, and then I don't know what ends up being around it. All right, so first one up, DraftKings optimal. KD, AD, nailed it. DeAnthony Melton, Colin Sexton, Tobias Harris, Jalen McDaniels, Anthony Davis, Monty Morris, KD, Maxey. I mean, that looks so obvious to me, it's not even funny. 302.74, optimal lineup by 0.66. Yeah. No doubt about that. Like, that lineup, other than Monty Morris, which isn't like the most intuitive piece in the world, but does face a Brooklyn team that's terrible defensively. That lineup is so obvious, it's not funny. You can swap out Sexton for Malcolm Brogdon if you want. All right, power rankings. And just think about how much this is going to just change by the time we get to lock, too. Hit that like button one last time, folks. We are about to get out of here. We are sitting at 308 viewers, 166 likes. What a way to go out for the work week. See if you can run it up to 200. That'd be dope. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off, but at the same time, 300 of you guys in here live at 7:52 a.m. makes me happy. No surprise here. DeAnthony Melton, runaway, obvious number one play on DraftKings. It is not even close at 4,400. Assuming he starts, that's the spot. Jalen McDaniels, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, Anthony Edwards, if he plays, rounds out the top 5. AD, Russ, Cade, Al Horford, Jalen Smith round out the bottom of my top 10. And that will do it, folks. An hour and 23 minutes in the books. Process shows for the week in the books. Maybe I could actually put some lineups in tonight. It's been great having everybody here today. Let's fix all the stuff on the screen. Boom. I appreciate having you guys. I really do. It was a good week. We're back again on Monday doing this again. Easy peasy. Don't forget, guys, no process show Tuesday of next week. There are no NBA games. Everybody plays on Monday. That's going to be awful. No show on Tuesday, so everybody can sleep in for Tuesday, then go up and they can go vote. But for now, I'm going to pack it in, guys. Thank you for being here. It's been fun. Thank you to BetMGM. The offer is in the description. Click that link and follow it so that you can get 2 free months of Stokastic Plus Platinum. Guys, this was the process.